they need to commit and set time each day or each day of each week to actually work on marketing activities. Can't do anything else during that time. Set that time apart, sit down and actually work on a marketing strategy and plan. And then during that time, each week or each day, work on that strategy to execute that strategy and plan. That doesn't sound like a hack, right? Because one, marketing isn't an overnight success. You can't just hack your way into success overnight. But if you chip away at it and you work at the marketing aspect of it, you're going to try things and you're going to fail. That's fine. That's better than not trying at all.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Local Business Hacks Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Nicolanti, on a mission to help you. This show is here to educate you, inspire you, and most importantly, motivate you to dominate your competition. Whether you're brand new and just opening your doors or looking to level up your existing business, you're in the right spot. Now, let's get this party started and talk some local business hacks. All right, so everybody, would like to welcome Brandon Yu to the Local Business Hacks Podcast. So Brandon, we appreciate being on here. You're from Redefined Growth Marketing, and you are the owner and founder of the company, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, we love having you here. We have an audience of small business owners in really every realm. I mean, a lot in the health, fitness, wellness category, but also restaurants, insurance, automotive, wide variety of companies we work with. I know a little bit about you, but why don't you share what type of businesses you work with? Who's your audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So Redefined Growth Marketing is a marketing lead generation agency specifically geared towards spa and med spa business owners and businesses. And the reason why we focus on that specifically is because I have a background in owning a spa business myself. And so I've had really the opportunity to not only kind of build my own business, but learn and make mistakes about marketing within the spa and med spa industry. So we work specifically with spas and med spas to help them generate new leads and new clients for their services. That's awesome. And so you already know all the challenges that your clients are going through because you've been there yourself. You've been in the woods on your own. So that's awesome to know that you have that in your background. So working on the marketing side of things, I mean, tell me a little bit about, you mentioned lead gen. I mean, what problems do you solve overall for your clients? Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's a couple of things. One, as a spa and med spa owner, there's just, you can almost get overwhelmed with the number of different types of marketing you can do. And what I mean by that is like, there's SEO, there's social media advertising, there's, AdWords. And so trying to figure out kind of exactly what to do is challenging in itself and can cause kind of a lot of confusion. So you want to make sure that from a lead gen perspective, you're getting new clients in the door. And that's the entire purpose of marketing. And so for our retailers that we work with, the most common thing that we hear is, hey, I can sell packages. My biggest challenge is getting people in the door. So what we do is we help build awareness of their brand, build awareness of their services to get new leads in the door so that they can actually perform the treatments and sell packages.
That's awesome. So, I mean, so obviously getting people in the door, that's huge. That's important. But what are the solutions what makes you different? I mean, how are your solutions different from someone else they can work with?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I'll be the first to admit there's, marketing agencies are a dime a dozen out there, right? And so one, I think what makes us a little different is I've owned a spa before and I've successfully sold that spa. And so I understand the levers to pull with regards to marketing and lead gen. And I've also wasted over $35,000 over the course of me owning this business on other marketing agencies that just weren't successful and didn't work consistently. So that's one. So I come from that kind of angle and that perspective. Two, we're more of a boutique agency. We're more of a high touch agency, meaning we work closely with these spa and med spa owners. We're not just kind of, hey, sign on, we're going to generate leads for you. And here are the leads. Now it's your responsibility to get those leads in the door and all of that. We offer a full service kind of lead gen process where we generate the leads, we qualify the leads, and we're actually booking those leads appointments directly into our retailers' booking software. So they can really focus on what they're the best at, which is performing actual treatments and actually selling packages.
I love you said that, how you let the small business owners that you work with do what they do best. And so many customers, so many clients, so many small business owners, they got into opening up a spa because it's a passion. They open a yoga studio because they're a yogi. They open a restaurant because they love the look on people's faces when they enjoy the delicious food they're cooking. But they don't know much. I don't want to say the first thing, but a lot of times they need help when it comes to the marketing side.
Yep.
So one thing that makes you really different, really unique is you've been there. Let them learn from your experience. Let them learn from your wasted money. Don't take that the wrong way, because you've gone through it yourself and you've put the money in certain things and you know what works and you've seen what doesn't work. So that's awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
Really great to be able to offer that perspective to your customers. So let me ask this, Brandon. So customers come in and they can work with, excuse me, they can work with you guys or work with you and your group at Redefined Growth Marketing. If they didn't have somebody like you or a marketing agency, I mean, how can a customer handle solve some of these challenges without you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's, we're not the only solution. Marketing agencies aren't the only solution. So it's really dedicating the time and effort themselves to get their spa and med spa out there, is taking massive action to build awareness of their spa and med spa to get new clients in the door. There's great free resources like YouTube where you can search how to market and how to create lead generation ad campaigns and that type of stuff. There's a lot of just overall just kind of organic resources that they can do as well through organic social media and that kind of stuff. But really what I always tell people, it's not what they can do, it's spending and committing the time to do it.
Mm-hmm. And that's such a big challenge for small business owners. Like what you told me right now, sure, they can do it on their own, but they're creating yet another job for themselves.
Exactly.
And one big thing that we focus on here at the podcast is helping these business owners become business owners and keeping them from just adding themselves or giving themselves another job where they work more and make less.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I love that you're able to go, or the way you presented that, where yes, it can be done. They can do it on their own, but it really comes down to where they want to focus their time. And why not spend the time with doing what they do best, which is servicing their clients. So that really is just a huge time commitment. That's where you're able to help out with your experience, save them that time. So you mentioned you're a boutique marketing firm. How many clients do you have currently?
We currently work with 35 clients.
35 clients, that's awesome. So, and I'm assuming so, and being boutique, you get to know their business a little bit more so, and you probably have some really cool stories. So could you share something, maybe you have like an impact that you've had on a specific business, whether it's like on their life, saving them time, making them money, saving money. I mean, what type of impact do you have on a business, either specifically with one customer or in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think just overall coming, out of 2020, where there's so much uncertainty and businesses shutting down, I think with the clients that we've worked with thus far is one, just giving them the confidence that they can market their business and their business can thrive. So we have multiple retailers. I would say this is a good success story. Multiple retailers that have sold over $100,000 in one particular service that we are advertising for their business. And they had worked with other marketing agencies before. They've run Facebook ads before. They were almost scarred like I was before. And they trusted and started working with us. And it just changed the trajectory of their business. Not only are they kind of more confident, they're less stressed. They're not having to worry about paying bills, and they can focus on the business instead of, hey, where am I going to get my next client? And that's kind of the biggest thing, right? We work with business owners to transform their business, not just generate leads. We're not just generating leads. We're helping them from an overall marketing and business strategy.
And that's huge, to be able to remove that type of problem from someone's mindset or their thought process. They're not worrying about how they're going to make next month's rent payment. Exactly. Or the rental for the equipment that they have for their med spa for you guys.
Yep.
So removing that pressure about making money and letting them, again, do what they do best. So I'm assuming you have some pretty cool stories about helping companies scale and all of that. So it's just some incredible stuff. I love it. How long have you been on your own as a boutique marketing agency?
Yeah, so we've just under a year. So actually, I was the VP of customer success for a large beauty device distributor. And in that role as a VP of success, my goal was actually to run an agency and work with all of the retailers that had our device to help them grow their sales. And then decided, I'm very passionate about helping personalized one-on-one individual business owners that are really ready to make a change in their business to grow. And that's why I kind of spun off and started my own agency.
That's quite a unique path. So you were an owner, then you worked with a huge distributor, And then it sounds like your passion was working with the individual to help them get up and running.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
how did you come across? How did you come to the point to realize that that's what you wanted to be when you grew up? That you wanted to do?
To be quite honest, I mean, it just kind of evolved, right? Like I experienced it for myself. I knew I loved helping individuals always, whether it was through my retail business, helping people with health and wellness and beauty, helping business owners as in my role as the VP of customer success, and then really next year is just from an agency standpoint, helping people to grow.
All right, so that's awesome. How you went down the path of and owning your own med spa to working with a big distribution company, the device company, and now you're helping out those individual business owners. So you have all the experiences, which I'm sure is really beneficial. But do you by chance have like a favorite story, or maybe like your most inspiring client, someone that you helped out, and share their story?
Yeah, absolutely. I think from inspiring client, I think really is just helping them from a business perspective. So I had one client who, struggled, right, as a business owner, struggled to kind of make ends meet, struggled to really kind of get consistent revenue in the door. They
Mm-hmm.
were kind of months away, if not weeks away, from having to close their business, return all their machines, default on kind of some of their things. And investing in marketing can be scary because there's no guaranteeing returns and you don't know how the result's going to be. But we not only were able to kind of work with them, the business owner, in getting kind of organic strategies going, we were able to generate so many leads that they sold like 20,000 in their first month, which is huge because the most that they had ever done before was only 6,000. So, that cash flow really helps them to kind of reinvest in the business and grow and really be able to see kind of success where it doesn't have to be so hard month to month if you kind of have a good marketing strategy in place.
So you helped this customer out during these times in the middle of a pandemic and doing more revenue in that short time than they had over the I don't recall exactly what you said. I think 6 months. So
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
is so cool. And I can see it was great hearing you tell that story and being able to see you can tell your eyes light up.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. That's a passion. I love that. I love seeing the excitement there. So, and on that note, I mean, seeing you get hyped up. I mean, I know part of this, but what gets you hyped up? Where do you get your energy from? Like, what makes you want to go and work every day and help these small businesses out?
Yeah, I mean, first, I'm just a people person, so I get my energy from people. And then two, I would say it hits home a little more for me with regards to small businesses and small business owners because I was there. I was once a struggling small business owner myself. I remember not paying me, right? I was paying all my employees, but not me. I was, up at night trying to figure out how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to get new clients? Those types of things. So to be able to help what I will call fellow small business owners in the spa and med spa space, not only kind of make ends meet, but like really succeed and thrive to help change their lives as well. I mean, that's what's most important to me. And so, you asked earlier, Dave, a question about like what separates us. Well, again, we're not a marketing agency that is trying to get as many clients as possible. We are a boutique agency that is truly trying to make a difference for every client that we work with.
That's awesome. I love that. So your experience again, I've referred to this a couple of times just because I think it's so neat and how you kind of run the full cycle and you were in these small business owner shoes in the past. Um, so you have a lot of experiences out there. So I'm sure I'm missing something. So Brandon, can you tell me what question should I ask you?
Yeah, that's a good question. You're making me do the work, Dave. Um, that's a very good question. I would say, the couple of questions that you can ask me is one, why do people not want to work with me? Or why do people shy away from working with any marketing agency in general? And I'll have you answer that, Dave. No, I'm joking. But I think with small business owners and just with the scarcity of what's going on in the world right now, as well with the pandemic and all that, there's almost kind of this mindset of the fear of success. And what I mean by that is people kind of just want to bunker down and stay kind of at the level they're at, right? And whatever level that is. And, taking that risk of maybe investing $2,000 in marketing or doing something different for their business is scary. And people don't like things that are scary. And that's kind of the number one reason why, I think a lot of what's holding back, to be quite honest, a lot of small business owners, not even just in the spa and med spa space, just in general. And I think that's huge. So I would say that would be kind of, that would be a question that I would ask, and that would be the answer.
Well done. You don't even need me here.
Yeah.
And it really comes down to that fear of change. And you called it fear of success, and that can be it as well, but also fear of change. I mean, people are comfortable doing things, and then they've had their challenges when it comes to marketing in the past, and you add those things together. I mean, that's why sometimes. So they need to get over that and figure out solutions to put themselves back in the driver's seat, as opposed to being reacting to everything. Be proactive. Get out there and decide that you're going to make a difference, make an impact, and figure out what that impact is going to be for you.
Exactly.
Awesome. So a lot of experience that you have working with these med spas and marketing in general. But can you share a hack with me right now that all business owners could use or start doing right now, even if they weren't like with Redefined Growth Marketing or just on their own? Some business hack, and putting you on the spot now, Brandon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Honestly, this is going to sound very rudimentary, and this is going to sound very basic and not even like a hack. They need to commit and set time each day or each day of each week to actually work on marketing activities. Can't do anything else during that time. Set that time apart, sit down and actually work on a marketing strategy and plan. And then during that time, each week or each day, work on that strategy to execute that strategy and plan. That doesn't sound like a hack, right? Because one, marketing isn't an overnight success. You can't just hack your way into success overnight. But if you chip away at it and you work at the marketing aspect of it, you're going to try things and you're going to fail. That's fine. That's better than not trying at all. And you're going to learn from those things. And eventually, I'm a big believer in all good things. Kind of, if you put the right energy and effort out there, all good things will come back. And I truly believe that if you actually set those things in motion, you will see progress day after day, week after week in the growth of your business.
And that's clutch there. I mean, essentially saying take action and commit to it. It's so easy as a small business owner, or as a parent, as a husband, to say, I'm going to do something. But there's that whole other act, that whole other part of it is committing yourself to do it. Yep. And blocking that time. That's a great suggestion. And because it's something, marketing is always, I know this firsthand from when I've run a business, marketing is good. I'll get to it. And then all of a sudden it's Monday, you're going to get to it. And then all of a sudden it's Friday and you're starting the week over again, all over again. So committing that time and really penciling it in that calendar, writing it in pen, forget penciling it in, and committing to it and doing it, and just keep improving and building towards it every day. So if they're doing it on their own, building their knowledge. And because it doesn't happen overnight, just like you said. I love that. All excellent stuff. Some great nuggets there that everyone can take in. So Brandon, this has been awesome chatting with you. Love all the information you shared with me. Do me a favor. How can our audience reach out to Redefined Growth Marketing or learn more about you?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is www.redefinedgrowthmarketing.com. Okay. And then just to get a hold of me directly, it's just Brandon at redefinedgrowthmarketing.com.
Awesome. So guys, we'll make sure that we put this in the podcast notes. We'll give access to Brandon's page so you can check him out as well if you want to. And Brandon, I appreciate the time here. I wish you the best of luck, and keep doing what you're doing, brother. Love it.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Wow. So that was just some incredible stuff. So many tips, tricks, and things to implement. Remember, that was a lot of advice that was just shared right there. Advice that every type of business can use. So remember, find those couple of things that are fit for you. Figure out a plan, how to implement them, what to do. Don't try and do everything all at once right away. Remember that old saying, that old question, how do you eat an elephant? Well, if you know the phrase, you probably know where I'm going with this. But you can't do everything at one time. Remember, you eat that elephant simply one bite at a time. Set your plan, stick to it. So I want to give thanks to our awesome guest. If you want to find out more about today's topic and guests, make sure to check out our show notes. All the guest information is there on our website, and that website is local-businesshacks.com. Now there's a dash between each word, so it's www.local-business-hacks.com. Check that out. And of course, I want to give a big thanks to you for listening. So if you enjoyed this episode, please let us know. Leave a review on whatever service you're listening to this on. And if you have any questions or just want to keep the party going, please join our Facebook group at Local Business Hacks. Till next time, cheers.